there a correlation between nutrition and mental health? And if there is, what exactly is it? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. So my name is Lilian Momena. I am a registered clinical nutritionist, and in today's video we're going to talk about how the diet affects your mood and some of the foods and nutrients that you can incorporate into your day-to-day routine to help you manage your mental health better and to prevent the occurrences of the mental health if you are at risk. In my opinion, there are studies that have shown that how you eat, the types of foods you're eating, how your lifestyle is definitely affects your mental outcomes. With the modern world, there's a lot of consumption of the high calorie, the processed and refined foods because first, they're easy to access, they are fast, and most of them don't need time to prepare, and people are looking for convenience more than anything currently. This has led to conditions like obesity, and as you understand, obesity has a lot of social impact because it affects how the individual feels. How you look definitely affects how you feel. When someone is more lean and someone is less obese, they are more comfortable to go outside, they are more comfortable to socialize with others, and definitely this affects how their mental health is. As we are at right now, more than 30% of the world's population is obese, not just overweight, obese. This means that the dietary consumption patterns of more than 30% of the world's population is bad. And another thing, with the overconsumption of the high caloric foods, the overprocessed and refined foods, you're going to limit your intake of the other micronutrients like the B vitamins, zinc, magnesium, and others that actually affect how the nervous system works. Zinc deficiency has been linked to depression and anxiety in a lot of studies, so it is important that you take care of your zinc intake if you have depression and anxiety. You can increase your intake of zinc-rich foods, something like the nuts and basically the seeds. There are also some eggs here and there, and some meats also. Another thing, thiamine or B vitamin deficiencies and the folic acid has also been shown to have a relationship with mental health issues like depression and anxiety. With the B vitamins, it's more of maybe addiction and overconsumption of alcohol, overconsumption of the refined and processed foods, because you're not going to get adequate nutrients in these foods that you're consuming. So it is important that you also change that. Another thing on how the diet affects the mental health is basically reduced consumption of fiber means that there's reduced intake of the antioxidants and the phytonutrients. So it is important that you include some antioxidants here and there. You can always supplement. You can take up something like the wheatgrass. It has an adequate amount of the phytonutrients. It has chlorophyll. It has minerals, and it is going to provide you with soluble fibers as well. And another thing, you can take up the acetyl. Acetyl supplementation has been shown to be very beneficial in people with psychosis and dementia. And it has also shown to have improved outcomes in people with mental health. That is one way that diet affects your mood. Another way is this overconsumption of the stimulants. Globalization, industrialization, revolution, all these have brought about so many changes in how we live our lives, whereby people have less time to do so many things that they used to like, that will stimulate their brains positively. They also have less time to prepare healthy meals. Having talked about how nutrition affects the mental health, is there anything like protective foods or foods that you can take up to prevent the occurrences of mental disorders? There are a lot of studies that have shown the relationship between the gut microbiota and how the information is relayed to the nervous system. So if your gut is functioning well, you're going to be at a better position to relay information. Probiotics and prebiotics are very important when it comes to reducing the occurrences and protecting you from mental health disorders. So the first thing, the probiotics and prebiotics improve the transmission of information to the nervous system. A good gut microbiota, basically a good balance of the good bacteria, helps in producing of the neurotransmitters. Things like butyrate, things like the serotonin, things like dopamine, and these affect mood and definitely how your nervous system and body functions. Another thing, an increase of the probiotics and the prebiotics, basically the good bacteria, is going to help you in healing and repairing your intestinal walls. If you have some erosions, if you have some conditions in your tummy, they're going to help you with that, and this will definitely help in improving how the information is relayed. So it is important that you heal and repair your gut. It has been shown to have protective factors. I did a video whereby I talked about natural tips to help you heal your gut. I will link this video up so that you can have a look after this and let's work on healing our gut. Having said that, is there anything like supplementation for mental health? No, there is no conclusive studies and there is no conclusive evidence of outcomes of supplementation and mental health. However, I have talked about the importance of the micronutrients, the importance of the macronutrients, and the importance of the probiotics and prebiotics in improving and protecting your mental health. So things like zinc, things like vitamin D, they are very important. Vitamin D has been shown to have a lot of effect on your moods, how you're sleeping, how your gut is functioning, how your brain is transmitting information, and the communication between the neurons. Another thing, getting adequate sunlight is very important because it helps improve your mood. Like for instance, myself, if I don't get sunlight for like 2 days, I get a bit moody, I get agitated, I get sluggish and such. That is something that happens to me. Every other day I have to make sure that I get some sun because it is necessary for the uptake of vitamin D to the system so that it can be utilized to prevent the occurrences of conditions, not just mental disorders. And again, I usually say you can recover from anything but mental health. If you are in a position to prevent the occurrences of mental health or prevent the deterioration, if you already have it, it is very important that you take up those measures because you don't want to get to the point whereby you have lost your memories, you have lost your brain cells, your neuron function and transmission is not working effectively, now your coordination is a problem. You don't want to get to there. As a human being, I understand how hard it is to struggle with something or someone. So if you're struggling with anything that is affecting how you feel about yourself, how you're viewing life, how you're interacting with others, please reach out to someone, talk to someone. Apart from diet, some of the other adaptive measures or preventive measures that you can take up if you are struggling with mental health is physical exercise. It is important because it also helps in releasing of the good feel hormones. You feel energized, you feel good about yourself. You can also make sure that you try and sleep well. I know it's hard because if you already have the mental issues, your coordination in the system is affected and your body does not respond anymore to the normal occurrences of life. Like you'll have issues with sleeping, you'll have issues with maybe concentration during the day. So if you're already there, please try to talk to someone. Try the breathing techniques, the acupuncture, all this massage and such things. Another thing that you can do is reduce your intake of sugars because as I've talked about, probiotics and prebiotics are protective when it comes to mental health, and sugar basically feeds both the good and the bad bacteria. So they're going to increase the numbers and they're going to offset the balance. We prioritize intake of foods that are healthy, foods that are more dense. By dense, I mean something that provides you not just calories, but it provides you with other micronutrients, other macronutrients. We also increase our intake of fibers, like the vegetables, both soluble and insoluble fibers. They are very important. Also increase intake of foods that are rich in vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. And another thing, ensure that you talk to your dietitian, talk to your nutritionist every now and then. And also, if you're working out, adequate amount of proteins, ensure that your diet is well taken care of. And also, if things get tougher or they get out of hands, don't feel shy to reach out and talk to people. Talk to people. It's not a weakness when you talk to someone because of a problem that you're having. It is not a weakness. It is actually say that a problem shared is half solved. I know we are living in a world whereby everyone for himself and God for us all. It's a very sad state of affairs. But if you have issues, we are losing so many people, so many potentials, so many young lives and such, people killing themselves and such, people getting to psychosis, getting disabled, people becoming unproductive at very young ages because of mental related issues. Apart from the drug therapy, you also incorporate diet therapy and you also take care of your psychological care. Talk to people. In Kenya, we have facilities that are providing mental care, and we also have the biggest referral one being Madari Teaching and Referral Hospital. It's not for the crazy people, as people think. It's a whole unit of taking care of people who have mental issues like depression, anxiety. So please utilize these services. You're going to meet a team of professionals. You're going to meet dietitians, you're going to meet psychologists, you're going to meet psychiatrists, you're going to meet doctors who are going to work with you or your loved one if you have issues with mental health. Don't shy away from seeking help. Don't shy away from seeking help. Don't shy away from seeking help. And if you've watched until this far, thank you. Please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe, and make sure that you watch this video next on how to assess if your gut is functioning well. So until next time, bye.